Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with, well, we haven't had a lot of boxes lately. Although if you're watching this video in the year, 2572, that may not matter because the temporal aspect will be far less significant than it is for those of us operating in real time. However, we do have a box. I got a box. It's the John Williams Boston Pops box, which really I find very curious that they would issue this. Now, John Williams, this is his complete Philips recordings, which of course are now on Decca because Philips no longer exists. So, what's the deal with this set? Well, let's see. They have 21 CDs that we can talk about. And, John Williams was the conductor of the Boston Pops from 1980 to 1993 when he retired. He is now the Boston Pops Conductor Laureate. And he was never a very good conductor. Let's not kid ourselves. He's probably pretty good at his own music. Oh, yes, he is. He's very good at his own music. He's a fabulous film music composer. He's written some very respectable concert works, too. He's just a good composer. But the problem he has is that as a conductor, he has about as much charisma as, well, the stick that he wields. He is not a charismatic podium presence. He's efficient, which is what you need to be a good film music studio type guy. He doesn't waste time. He gets on with it. He doesn't dawdle. But there's no showmanship there at all in anything that he does, and not any particular stylistic flair. And I'm sure that for the Boston people, he was a happy choice after Arthur Fiedler left and passed away. And I mean, these are respectable discs. They are respectable. There's nothing unmusical. There's nothing tawdry. He gets the job done, and the Boston Symphony, of course, doesn't even need him to be there. It often is not. And they get the job done. But is it in any way compelling or, like I said, charismatic? Well, no, it isn't. But let's go through it. And some of it's better than other bits. Of course, there's plenty of his own music, which is marvelous. So we can start from there and see where we go. So this is one of these boxes of doom, by the way. It comes out like that. And let's see what's here. Also, I have to say, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what conclusions we come to. Here are the 2021 discs. Okay, there we go. 21 fun-filled discs. You get a little booklet, of course. There's the little booklet. That's the little booklet. Sorry. This is, I don't know what that is. This is the little booklet. And the little booklet goes back in there. So, CD 1, Pops on the March. It's a bunch of marches, and they sound march-like. I mean, you get Tchaikovsky's Festival Coronation March, and you get Elgar's Pomp and Circumstance March number 4. That's the one with the other big tune in it, the one that goes do 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 do, the one that isn't quite as popular as the first one. So that one's fun. And you get Orban Scepter by Walton, which is wonderful, of course. And Gershwin Strike Up the Band, and the St. Louis Blues March by W.C. Handy, John Williams Midway March, which is really quite marvelous, too. Meredith Willson, 76 trombones. I mean, they did a whole march thing here. Alfred Newman's Conquest. It's the bits of film music here that I think are so much fun, or other film music composers. Not a single Sousa march here at all, which is kind of interesting. At least they were trying to do something different. So I credit them for that. And of course, it's marches. I mean, what does he have to do? Like this. That's what he does. And it works fine. And let's see. Next. Oh, Pops in Space. So this is all John Williams stuff. Superman, The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, the main title, Close Encounters of the Third Kind Suite. And it's all marvelously played and glitteringly recorded. And it's just delightful. And I love John Williams as a composer, and I love his music. I think he's a genius as a film music composer. He really is. So I could listen to him do his own stuff forever. I really could. Much more than I would like to hear him do other things by other people. Let's see. That's Entertainment. Pops on Broadway. Let Me Entertain You, Fiddler on the Roof. A Little Night Music, Richard Rodgers Waltzes, Pops on Broadway, a medley, and things from Gigi. So that's fine. I mean, again, it's delightful. It's fun to listen to. It's popular. It's a pop. It's a pops thing. Oh, a Christmas disc. Next. I mean, there are great Christmas discs out there. I'm not trying to deny the allure of a Christmas disc because I sang in the Trinity Church Christmas concert choir when I was at Hopkins Grammar School in New Haven on the Green. I loved all that stuff, and my parents were forced to come and watch it, and they did, like the good sports that they were. And there's some fabulous Christmas albums out. And my partner at ClassicsToday.com, David Vernier, always does a holiday music extravaganza with all kinds of Christmas albums that are old, new, and everything in between. And he really gets the good stuff. So I have no problem, giving full credit to a good Christmas album. That isn't one of them. Next. And it's not bad. It's just, what you hear, well, it's kind of like, going to a department store during the holiday season. And that's what's coming over the loudspeakers. Okay, pops around the world. You get the Kolas Brognon or Brognon, or whatever you pronounce that thing, the Kabalevsky. That's always fun. And this is a not very zippy performance of it. It usually takes just a few seconds, over 4 minutes. This is 4:37. Then we get the Boccaccio Overture by Suppé and the Bronze Horse by Aubert and Ruslan and Ludmila. Let's see how long that's going to take. Oh, my. Okay. 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Well, 1, 2, let me make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, it's not bad. Again, it could be, it's not Bravinsky, let's put it that way. John Williams, the Cowboy, so that's good. And let's see, that's fun. And it's one of the larger works here. Then we have the Italian Woman in Algiers and Bernstein Candide Overture, which is quite well done, actually. So, it's charming, and it's a bunch of light pops things. And, I happen to like pops collections and really well-made ones. And, that one's pretty good. It's a nice selection of stuff. And again, I really like having John Williams do his own music. He really needs to do more of his own music, quite frankly. Then we have Aisle Seat. This is movie music. Yes, it's got the flying theme from E.T., the main theme from Chariots of Fire, Raiders of the Lost Ark March, If We Were in Love from Yes, Giorgio. Oh, I didn't know John Williams wrote that. Kill me now. The main theme from New York, New York. Max Steiner, Tara's theme from Gone with the Wind. Oh, yeah. And then we have Harold Arlen, Over the Rainbow. Well, we know that one, too. And let's see, the main theme from Singing in the Rain, the main theme from Friendly Persuasion, and the trolley song from Meet Me in St. Louis. All right, it's a nice eclectic mix of stuff. It's fine. It could be conducted with a little more pizzazz. It needs pizzazz. Then we have Out of This World. This is more of the stuff that's, I think, closer to John Williams' heart. We have the introduction from I love the way they say this. Introduction from Also Sprach Zarathustra from 2001, A Space Odyssey. Isn't that a great title? Oh my goodness. Let's hear that again, shall we? Introduction from Also Sprach Zarathustra from 2001, A Space Odyssey. Just in case you don't know where that music came from. Oh, that's hilarious. And it's only 1 minute and 46 seconds, and then they give up on the rest of Also Sprach Zarathustra. And you can't blame them, because that's a piece that basically shoots its thingy in the first 1 minute and 46 seconds, and it's kind of all downhill from there. So, I mean, you're not wrong to feel that way. Then we get Adventures on Earth from E.T., which is a good-sized chunk of E.T. music, and then the closing theme from Alien. Ooh, by Jerry Goldsmith. That's the part that Ridley Scott did not use the Hanson Romantic Symphony instead. He famously annoyed Goldsmith by choosing the Hanson Romantic Symphony. And so the closing title was something Goldsmith actually wrote, not Howard Hanson. And then we get the main theme from Star Trek, the television show, the main title from Battlestar Galactica, the main title from Star Trek, the motion picture by Jerry Goldsmith, which is fantastic. Star Trek, the motion picture was just awful, I thought. It was just horrible. I mean, some bald babe with pheromones who's got her oath of chastity registered. And I mean, it was so tacky. And then you have V'ger, and no one knows what happens at the end. Apparently, they were writing it while it was happening because they didn't know what was going to happen at the end. But it gave Goldsmith the opportunity to write piles of gorgeous orchestral music based on the themes. And I thought that was like the best part of the movie when we didn't know what was happening because it just sounded fabulous. It was a glorious score. So we get some of that. And then we get the theme and variations from The Twilight Zone by Marius Constant, which is, of course, classic. You know, that thing. And then more John Williams from The Return of the Jedi. You get the Parade of the Ewoks. Okay, that's a little bit much. But then you get Luke and Leia and Jabba the Hutt. And I actually dated, well, never mind. And The Forest Battle. Yeah, that's all great stuff. That was fun, wasn't it? All right, next, CD 8, Peter and the Wolf. Oh, dear. And The Nutcracker Suite, with Dudley Moore narrating. Of course, Dudley Moore is wonderful. And the text is adapted by Larry Gelbart himself. But, I mean, it's just a silly, short playing time, completely unnecessary and worthless disc. With a song in my heart. Oh, you know what this is? This is Jesse Norman and John Williams playing the piano, which he does quite well. And they do, like Broadway show tunes. And this is for Jesse Norman fans. Let me get my finger out of her face there. And, she sings quite nicely, although I have to admit, this was not the kind of repertoire that she was ideally suited to. She really was a little bit too operatic and aristocratic, but still, she does a good job with it, and it's good to have John Williams accompanying her, and they seem to have a good time. So I can't knock that one too badly. And let's see, what do we got here? Swing, swing, swing. What is this? Swing, swing, swing. Oh, it's Swing. It's the Sunrise Serenade, Begin the Beguine, Opus 1, Tuxedo Junction, Satin Doll, In the Mood, and Sing, 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 as opposed to Swing, 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 and Stompin' at the Savoy, and Moonlight Serenade, A String of Pearls, Sleepy Lagoon, Song of India. Ooh, the Song of India by Rimsky-Korsakov. Sort of, kind of. And then Snowfall. Okay. John Williams didn't even need to show up for that one. America, the Dream Goes On. Oh, the title. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Fanfare for the Common Man, naturally. America, the Dream Goes On. That is a thing by John Williams. Yes, I remember with words that really sort of turned my stomach. The Battle Hymn of the Republic. This Land Is Your Land. America the Beautiful. Hoedown from Rodeo. Morton Gould's American Salute. Bernstein's America Medley. That's from, like New York, New York, and West Side Story, I think, and yes, and Lonely Town, and all those things. Medley. When the Saints Go Marching In, and Prayer of Thanksgiving. So we have a sappy and saccharine conclusion. I can actually pass on that one, not because I'm cynical about the American dream going on, particularly in this day and age. Oh dear. But really, simply because it's just not a very interesting program. Frankly, it just is not, musically. Then we have On Stage. There's No Business Like Show Business from Annie Get Your Gun, the overture to a chorus line. Here You Come Again from Dancin', Sophisticated Ladies, a tribute to Duke Ellington. That's worth hearing. Duke Ellington is always worth hearing. He's wonderful. Let's see, A Memory from Cats, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and the Salute to Fred Astaire, which is arranged by Alexander Courage. Do you know who he was? He did the other Star Trek theme, or the TV show. Unfortunately, that's not included there. Fred Astaire didn't dance to it. Then we get Bernstein by Boston, a selection from West Side Story. Why don't they just do all the symphonic dances? I don't get it. Why do they have to do a selection? And then the Simple Song from Mass. Okay, fine. Why not do the 3 meditations from Mass? No, too easy. On the Town, the suite. It's a great little suite. You know, it doesn't get played enough. It's just wonderful. You know, the Times Square finale there is just one of Bernstein's great works. You know, 5 minutes of unutterably delightful music. And then it says, for the overture to Candide, which featured on this album, see CD4, track 7. Why couldn't they just have put it on again? You'll see the silliness of that idea before. I mean, who's going to take this off and then go to CD4, track 7 for the Candide Overture, and then put this back on so you can hear Bernstein's Divertimento, and then a selection from Wonderful Town? Well, that was stupid. I mean, it was just stupid. You know, okay. Performances are okay. They really are, but that was really, really, really stupid. What's this one? CD 14. Pops in Love. Ooh, Pops in Love. You get Faurés Pavane, Clair de Lune, the Adagio for Strings and Organ by Remo Giazzotto. Oh, attributed to Albinoni. Pardon me, that's what I thought it was, the Albinoni Adagio. The Swan from the Carnival of the Animals, Gymnopédie No. 1, the Andante Cantabile from String Quartet. Okay, I don't need to go through the rest of this, do I? I mean, really? Oh my God, you've got the Pachelbel Canon and the Fantasia on Greensleeves. I ignored this utterly when it came out originally, and now I know why I am still ignoring it utterly. Yes. I mean, yeah, the planets. This is, I mean, one disc of a serious, large classical work that, of course, John Williams rated quite successfully for his sci-fi music. But here's the point. Here's the point. When I said he was a conductor who has no charisma, here is the evidence. This is a perfectly clean, straight ahead, totally featureless, utterly faceless performance of the planets, even though it has a synthesizer to juice up the organ pedals and the chorus at the end and make it even spacier. Yeah. I mean, silly. Why on earth? You know, I mean, Boston has a great Planets. It's with William Steinberg. Now, that's a great Planets. Ozawa did it too, not as interestingly, but they were both better than this. This is just a snooze. And, you know, kind of tells you all you need to know about John Williams, the conductor of other people's music, even other people's music that he really has a huge debt to. And then we have, let's see, the digital jukebox. All right, this is popular melodies, including, you know, the theme from the Pink Panther and Ebb Tide and Tijuana Taxi. Oh, gosh, I love that stuff. Days of Wine and Roses, By the Time I Get to Phoenix. Ooh. You know, Never on Sunday, Those Were the Days, The Girl from Ipanema, and other things like that. And, you know, those are fun tunes, and they're just the tunes. And they're played wonderfully by the Boston Symphony, as only they can, so that's excellent. Lucky to Be Me. Okay, this is like more Jesse Norman with John Williams at the piano. And she sings, well, you know, she sings, let's see, Lonely Town from On the Town, I Wait for You from The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, My Ship from Lady in the Dark, but Not For Me from Girl Crazy, September Song from Knickerbocker Holiday, Show Me from My Fair Lady. I love that song. It's just so applicable to our basic relationships, isn't it? Papa, Can You Hear Me from Yentl. Ooh, that one sort of made my teeth curl. And Let's Speak Low from One Touch of Venus, and Lucky to Be Me from On the Town. I'm so lucky to be me. Okay, Salute to Hollywood. Well, this is John Williams' Meat and Potatoes. You've got Hooray for Hollywood, the medley. For Pop salutes the Oscars. So it's Oscar-winning tunes. And then, let's see, Somewhere Out There from An American Tale, a tribute to Judy Garland. And the balloon sequence, Devil's Dances from The Witches of Eastwick, John Williams doing his own stuff. And let's see, the love theme from Out of Africa by John Barry. And La Bamba, and the theme from The Bad and the Beautiful. And which was David Raxon. It's a terrific score, by the way. And finally, Dancing with Fred Astaire. This is not the same thing as the tribute to Fred Astaire. Though, I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not looking. If you think I'm going back to check. All I can say is Fred Astaire is there twice. Why couldn't they put the overture to Candide in its rightful place instead of sticking it somewhere else? Anyway, Pops à la Russe. Cortège from Mlada by Rimsky. Polovtsian Dances from Prince Igor. I'm sure you'll recognize this lovely melody as Stranger in Paradise. But did you know the original theme was actually the Polovtsian Dance No. 2 by Borodin? So many of the world's best loved melodies were actually written by the great masters, like these familiar things. Ha! None But the Lonely Heart, the Dance of the Buffoons from the Snow Maiden. I love that. Boy, it could have been popped up a notch here. A Night on Bald Mountain. The Troika from Lieutenant TJ. Ooh, I've played that a million times. I'm a very good sleigh bellist, in case you were wondering. And let's see, some bits from Guyana by Cacciatorian, including the Saber Dance and the Lullaby and the Dance of the Rose Maidens. They should have done the Lezginka. That's such a great snare drum part. Borodin, the famous Nocturne, and Shostakovich's Polka from the Golden Age, and then the Glière Russian Sailor's Dance from the Red Poppy. In case you were wondering, only two more left. Pops by Gershwin. Okay, An American in Paris. Another dull performance. My goodness, it's almost 18 and a half minutes long. Fiedler got through it in a little bit more than 16. And boy, does that make a difference, let me tell you. And then the Porgy and Bess Suite, the Robert Russell Bennett one, selections from Girl Crazy, and the Rhapsody in Blue with Misha Dichter on the piano. That's okay. Dichter keeps it together. He really does. And finally, disc number 21, By Request. John Williams, Liberty Fanfare, March from 1941, the Mission theme. That's the NBC Nightly News, in case you were wondering. Remember that? I have never actually wanted to hear the theme from the NBC Nightly News in its 3 minute and 23 second dum bum 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 ba dum bum da 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 da. Remember that? Yes. And then the Olympic Fanfare and theme, and the theme from Jaws. Yeah. Finally, something with teeth. Get it? Teeth? Jaws? Yeah, okay. Then we get Pops Britannia from Jane Eyre, and An Orkney Wedding with Sunrise by Peter Maxwell Davies, with an authentic bagpiper person here. And Brig Fair by Delius. Actually, a rather good performance of that, because Droopy was something that John Williams did well in other people's music. Danny Boy, Molly on the Shore, but no Handel in the Strand. Oh, well. By Granger and Scotland the Brave. Traditional. That's what that is. It's traditional. So there you have it, my friends. A large box. It's actually, I think, very reasonably priced. And I don't imagine anybody who wants this. It's okay. It is what it is. And that's all that there needs to be said about it, I think, right? Except Deutsche Grammophon, RCA, get your stuff together and issue a big Fiedler Boston Pops box. That is what we need, right? All of us, we'll all get one. That would be exciting. So, well, you know, what can I say? Keep on listening. Why not? And there's plenty to listen to. It doesn't have to be this. It does not. Thank you for joining me. Take care.